problem is that, over time we only view Islam through almost through an ethno-religious lens as well. So it's become to the point where, and I think this is deep rooted in terms of the Muslim communities, their hatred of the West as being decadent and being the source of all evil, and that they feel like, usually say if someone's dressed as a Muslim, it's as if Islam has a uniform. As
But
if
don't you think that now this is gonna be like pointing fingers? But it's okay. I think my voice will reach. But like, don't you think there is this incident in not very far past, but 9/11, which created this image to be, you know, what is Islam? It has something to do with terrorism.
I think
If
that's
if
how.
somebody has a beard,
Yeah,
you know, because before 9/11, I don't think this was the case.
No,
After
but
that,
we're
the
talking about the
stereotype became
I
too
think that's
community.
much.
how.
We talking about the
I think that's how
community.
the
They never
West
integrated.
views Muslims. But what I'm talking about is how Muslims view Muslims.
Ah,
So what Muslims think a Muslim is it has a particular dress. So, for example, I was talking to someone today and they mentioned that he was walking towards someone who was dressed like a Muslim. Well, what does that mean? How can someone dress like a Muslim? What it usually means is that they're dressing like
Modesty.
no, no. What it usually means is that they are dressing like people who live in particular parts of the world. So it can be someone who's dressed in the full thobe of the Arabs.
That's
And
Arab.
that's Arab. But some people think, well, he's dressed like a Muslim. But he's not, he's dressed like an Arab. But what I notice is that when you go to the mosque or you go in this particular classes, like the Quran classes for the young kids, young teenage boys, they dress in a long thobe. Well, why are you dressing in a long thobe? You're not Arab. But it's how
became a
Muslims
uniform.
perceive how Muslims, and it's also a myth about how the Prophet Muhammad dressed, which is false. He didn't dress like that. But
Even
of
if he
course,
did,
even if he did,
he was if he was born in America, then
yeah,
he would have dressed like American.
yeah. So even if he did, yeah, it's because he was an Arab. But people have associated Islam with particular parts of the world and how they dress, which then goes to skin color, which then goes to facial features. So I think that is part of the problem where we've confused the fact that these countries are just traditionally Muslim, but it doesn't mean that someone who's born with blonde hair and blue eyes can't be Muslim.